Hey everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am gonna go over today some troubleshooting with makeup. I use Seint makeup, but some of these tips could really help you in whatever makeup that you use. So, my name is Sonia Frame, and I'm an independent artist for Seint makeup. I have been Seint artist, it's been about a year and a half. Anyway, and what makes our makeup different is you can fit it all in one compact. These can all come out and pop in. They have all different size compacts, and you get color matched, which is another thing. So not only can you streamline your vanity and only buy what you want and have as much as you want and get rid of all the clutter in your vanity, but you get color matched. So color matched, what I mean by that is you don't have to go in the store anymore looking at the colors. Does it match? Does it not match? Look on a website. What I mean by a color match is I'm going to put the link down below in the description, but you face a window, you have no makeup on. I have eye makeup on, which is fine. Take your glasses off, shut any lights off. Don't wear like a lime green shirt or anything like that, but send me a no makeup selfie. It's down in there and it's very simple. I only have a couple little questions, and you send me that selfie and I will color match you. So that really is a game changer, is because I could never find the right color. I didn't have the right kind of makeup. I kept searching, buying so much makeup and not having the right color. Didn't get the coverage that I liked. This makeup really is it's just a game changer. It's very quality makeup, and having a cream can be used for young skin, mature skin, all the skin. My daughters use it. I have a 13-year-old up to a 26-year-old, and they use it and they love it. So anyway, I want to troubleshoot with you today. So whether, like I said, whether you use our makeup or you don't use our makeup, some of these things may help you. Okay, some of these are Seint products, but the first thing that I want to talk about with troubleshooting is this condition of your skin. Okay, so I wasn't a huge skincare person prior to this. I always washed my face, but I didn't really know what to use beyond that. So I just didn't. So I'm taking better care of my skin, and I'm just gonna tell you what I've done, what I've found out, and what can help you. So the very first thing is make sure you're washing your face at night. In the morning, I will admit, and this is intentional, I sometimes don't use a cleanser on my face. Anyway, this is Seint cleanser. It's a non-foaming cleanser. It's very, very gentle. The trick I find too, this is clean, it's been washed, but this is a microfiber cloth. We have microfiber cloths, and I'm telling you, it is a big difference. So when you take your cleanser and you wash your face and you use this, you get a lot more of that makeup off. Plus, it's really super gentle. They're really soft. So use a microfiber cloth with a good cleanser, something that when you're done, when I'm done using this, my face doesn't feel stripped. It's clean, but it doesn't feel stripped and dry. Don't use something that's stripped and dry, okay? Next, exfoliators. Okay, so if you're having trouble with your makeup, maybe you're looking at it, especially with our makeup, if it's slipping, if you're having longevity issues, if you feel like you can't get it to stay on your face, which would be longevity, but there are a couple things that you can do, and both of these you can do no matter what makeup you use. Exfoliate. I personally do not like using a harsh exfoliator. I don't like using something that feels like I have sand that I'm rubbing on my face. It's just a personal thing. I just don't like it because I feel like I'm damaging my skin. So I use Cure Aqua Gel. I got this off of Amazon. It's maybe $38. I would use it a couple times a week. It is really super different. It's odd. You put it after you wash your face and get your face dry. I put a pump and do your neck and chest. So whatever you're doing to your face, do to your neck and chest, okay? So I exfoliate, and like it balls up all the dead skin, all the maybe old makeup that you haven't really washed off really well, oils, And so exfoliating is really super important. This is the one I prefer. Shave your face. Okay, so I have heard time and time again, I was a cosmetologist for almost 20 years. I still have an active license. I have always heard, if I wax or shave my face, won't it come back in thicker? The answer is absolutely no. It doesn't. I've been waxing or shaving for years, and I don't have any beard. I don't have thick. I don't have like abrasive hair. What do you call that? Like you feel in a man's beard? Absolutely not. You are not going to have any problems. So I shave my face not because I have a beard, but because I have a lot of blonde hair. It seemed like to me, unless it was because I was looking at it more, that I was getting thicker and it was blonder, and it really bothered me. So I was waxing it. So I would wax my face. I had my own wax. I waxed my face. Well, I scabbed myself one too many times. And I was like, I'm done with this waxing stuff. So I found this razor. This is a Tinkle razor. It also, it like exfoliates at the same time. So when I shave my face, I shave down like this. Watch your hair, you know, pull your hair back. I usually go like this up on my neck. I even do my forehead. You don't have to do your forehead, but I have a little bit of hair up there. You can use it to sculpt your brows, you know, just be really careful. This is a little sharp, but this can exfoliate and get the hair off. Whether using powder, liquid, or our cream, shaving your face will make a huge difference. I promise you, promise you, promise you. You will not regret it. I had a lady that contacted me. She had bought our makeup, and she didn't want to say anything because she's just so sweet. And she's like, I'm having trouble. Okay, well, let's troubleshoot here. And so she exfoliated with this. She shaved her face, and she used a darker color. She had a color corrector and a main color. It had become summer, and it was dark. Her face was darker. So she used her color correctors, her main. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can do that, not always, or you can use a dab of each. But she started using that color corrector as her main. She goes, oh my gosh, solve the problem. Solve the problem. The makeup was like breaking up. So it was just all those things combined. It made a huge difference. So your face needs to be the best that it can be to get you the look that you're really wanting to get. Now, moisturizer. This is our Seint Moisturizing Cream. I also use a Trentinoin, which is like a retinol product at night. It makes me oily in general because I've started to use it, but moisturizer underneath your makeup. I'm talking at night. Now we're going to the daytime. So underneath your makeup, I use minimal amount of moisturizer. I treat my skin at night. I do all the things at night. And then during the day, I've tried it with moisturizer, and I've tried my makeup without moisturizer. This is it. Our makeup is very, it's moisturizing. I don't know how to say it. It's not dry. And some people don't have to use any moisturizer underneath it at all, and they get along just fine. I started kind of getting occasionally like little dry patches. It could be the Trentinoin. So I do use a moisturizer underneath. So this cream is made to work with all the stuff. So I do like our Seint cream. And so just put it, you can put it only where you're dry. You can put it all over. You got to play. You got to figure out what works for you. Because what works for me might be a little bit different for you, because maybe you have naturally dry skin, oily, all the things. All those things really do come into play. Okay, so next, that was the facial wash. Okay, so we've shaved, we've tried everything, we're troubleshooting. I want to talk about sunscreen. I don't use sunscreen. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. I don't use sunscreen on the daily. I just don't. But if you do, make sure it doesn't have any, I don't know if sunscreen would have silicone, but I know with our makeup, a lot of people use Super Goop is one of them that they use. I don't use any, so I don't have any issues, but they find that that is a really good one to use under the makeup, and they don't have any problem. So, okay, and now we're getting ready to apply our makeup. We're really taking care of our skin. And next, if you are used to using a primer underneath your makeup, there are lots of primers out there, but a lot of the primers have silicone in them. They have silicone because it kind of blurs out your wrinkles, any texture that you have. It doesn't work with our makeup. Our makeup will slip with silicone. Now, you can try it. I know some people, I think there's like a NYX primer that some people have been able to use underneath our makeup. Again, it's trial and error, but if you're having trouble, that's why we're troubleshooting. Don't use any primer. This makeup is made that you can put it on your face without any primer and you are good. It is not made to be that you have to use primer. Next, Seint setting spray. I'm gonna put this on because I'm gonna do my face then once I get talking about the application. I just sprayed like 3 squirts on, and I use this as my primer. But I did find out something. This has silicone in it. I didn't know it. So I tried using this with, I've been doing my makeup without any of the setting spray, and I tried it with. It does not affect my makeup making it slip. As a matter of fact, my makeup does better if I use this. So I had a damp perfector sponge, I sprayed it on, I got it all over my face, and then I just let it dry before I put my makeup on. Another one is Urban Decay All Nighter, and there was another one, I can't remember what the other name of it is. That's another one that you can use as a primer. This one's a little bit more mattifying than this one. Either direction, you can use either one, but with our makeup, just know that if you're having troubles, it's because you're using a silicone primer. It could be that you're using a silicone primer. So, okay, so we have our face ready. We've done all the things that I just mentioned, and you're going to do your face. You've ordered the makeup, you're happy. Now you can watch me, and I'm gonna explain what I'm doing, but I'm gonna troubleshoot while I explain what I'm doing. So, when I've color matched you, you'll get at least 2 colors. You'll get at least a main shade and a brightener. About, I'm gonna say 95% of the time, it might even be higher, you're gonna get a color corrector. And the reason is our faces are not all one color. Very rarely do we have areas that are not of concern, or when we look at ourselves, we see, like I usually have redness here and here. I looked in the mirror the other day, I'm like, what the heck? How did I get this purple down here? I don't know, but I'm blue and green here. I'm a little bit purple there. I have redness here and here. I have a little bit on my forehead, but my bangs kind of cover that. I have some texture and some redness here. If I don't take care of the redness first and even it all out, if I only put my main shade over it, I'm gonna look textured. It's gonna be too light. I can't put all one color over my face. That's why I love our makeup. Well, one of the reasons I love our makeup. Here's my 3 shades right there. Color corrector, main, and brightener, okay? These are $14. They last forever. I just had one of my friends, she ordered, and she said it's been a year, and I need to order again. You may not get a year. Your main shade, maybe if you have a lot of color correcting areas, they'll say like 3 to 5 months. No, I get at least 6 months out of each 10. So they're $14, and again, you just can pop it out and pop it in. Plus your colors can change from summer to winter. So in the summer, I used this all over my face. Now I'm starting to bring that shade back in. So see what I'm saying? We can kind of play around a little bit, but if you've been matched maybe by someone else and you're putting it on and it doesn't match, you may be forgetting your color corrector. It may be too light. You can usually tell if it's too dark. Like I feel like we can look at ourselves and be like, that's too dark. But sometimes you don't realize that you have too light of a shade on. So reach out to your artist. If you're having that problem, if you're seeing, I'll tell you how you can tell. Because it was summer, I was experimenting with some new colors, and I had color corrected, and I put this one color on, and instantly I saw this. I was like, whoa, too light. It was too light to be my main shade. So, all right. So, color corrector. I'm going to go over some brushes too. So, this is my color corrector. I'll match you. your color corrector is going to match the depth of whatever you have. So trust me on this. Trust me, trust me, trust me. This is the buff brush, and I'm going to go and I'm going to color correct my redness. See how it's just evening out? And do you see how little I'm using? This buff brush is amazing, but it is not, in my opinion, it is not to put on as a main coverage brush for all over your face. It's pretty dense, and by dense, what I mean is like it's pretty hard. It's a very dense brush, and you could pick up too much product. That's one of the things. So that'll get me into the next thing that I want to talk to you about. So if you use our makeup and you're looking textured or cakey, you are simply using too much. Light layers. Minimal makeup is all you need. So I just color corrected half of my face. I like to do that. I like you to be able to see the difference. Okay, now this I can kind of sweep, but after this I'm gonna most likely tap in. Okay, so this and this, I have no makeup here, I have no makeup up there, and I have no makeup right there. Everywhere else, I just have color corrector. So see the difference? All right, so this is where our makeup, it really sets it apart. I've never used a makeup to where when I was done, I'm sorry, I always do that. I never used a makeup where I was done and I was like, holy crap, this is like, it looks like I just have skin. Like everything flows together. So it is a game changer. It's dewy, it's glowy. If you don't like it to be dewy, I prefer it to look dewy only because with mature skin especially, I feel like the dewy look makes it look not dry, I guess, and it makes it look nice and moisturized. But if you are dewy, or if you are don't like dewy, not if you are dewy, if you don't like dewy, all you need to do is powder it out when you're done. Our vanilla dust will do the trick. All right. So when I color correct, I don't know why, right here, I'm like, I always get this spot that stays red. All right. Color corrector is on. Okay, so now, I have areas that I don't have. I'm lightly layering my makeup. I just did a video where you can do it 2 different ways. So you can go look at that one. It's another one of my videos where on one side of the face, I do one method, and on one side, I do the method that I'm doing right now. This is my preferred method. Because I'm using so little product, you will not be cakey, and if you are cakey, you are just putting on too much. All right, now I'm gonna go to my main, tap, tap, tap. I have nothing down here, so I am gonna sweep. And sometimes you can even get away with doing nothing over top of your color corrector. I'm gonna blend it a little bit because sometimes people will be, let's say you're like really, really red, but you're super fair individual. This is what you're gonna do. So again, take a light little tap and then you're just gonna tap over top that color corrector. Don't sweep, don't do circles, don't buff. That's what we call buffing because you're gonna mess up your color corrector. We're just pushing it in. I do personally feel like you get the best look by doing this. Stippling, some people call it stippling. Okay. I need to put, somehow I've missed color corrector right there. So mainly if you do have areas that are needing color correcting, one thing I want you to be assured of is keep it in that color corrected area. So if you do have deep redness and you're color correcting with say maybe a size of brush like this and your color, stay in that area, because if you're having to use a deeper color correct and you get out of that, then you might mess with your colors a little bit. So, all right, the next thing I like to do, I like to bronze. Bella bronzer is my fave. She's been with us for years, but we did just come out with tan lines. So I'm going to use tan lines just so you can see. This is Bella. This is obviously very well loved. And this is tan lines. Tan lines lacks that warmth that Bella has. It's a little bit more brown. It has some warmth, but it's a little bit lighter. So it's more for fair to medium skin. This is for fair skin, and this is for darker skin. It's pretty red. So I'm gonna go with my 3D brush that I didn't clean before I got on here, and I'm gonna go into tan lines. Tan lines, any of our bronzers except for Heat Wave. Heat Wave you can get too much on. I'm just gonna warm my face up. Just high points. I like to put bronzer like here where the sun hits you, here, up, maybe on my nose here, and on my neck. I always have a white spot right here, but I like to warm my whole neck up. So you can see where I put it. This is, like I said, this is for fair to medium. This is not like Bella. Bella really warms your face up. I just want a little bit of warmth tonight. We're going out for sushi. I just want a little bit of warmth tonight. I'm not cakey. I don't feel cakey. I don't feel it on my face. It feels amazing. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my detail brush. This is my favorite brush to contour. It's flat, and when I come in, I just go like that, and I'll end up with contour just right here. And then I'm gonna contour underneath here. I'll contour my forehead for you and under here. So you're basically doing a 3. You're doing that, you're gonna come under here, and you're gonna go under there, okay? Contouring can be a little bit scary sometimes, but if you have any trouble, get a pencil, get it underneath that cheekbone, and it's gonna go down towards your mouth. For most people, there's some people, if you have very full face, you might do more of an in like this and not down. But for me, that's the angle that I can go. So our contours are harder. They're stiffer than our highlights and our lip and cheek. So go in there and get a good pounce on it. If you just got it, it may have a little layer you need to wipe off. So if you can see right there, there's a little bit of a natural shadow underneath. And see right here, I'm gonna start at the back, at the top of my ear, and I'm gonna push up, okay? Don't come in any further than the corner of your eye. I say that every single time I stop here, okay? Down towards my corner of my mouth. And then I just sweep it up. I love contour. I had never used it before, but it's probably one of the favorite things, even if I'm doing a really super fast makeup look, like, you know, that, I don't know, summer bronzer, a little bit on your cheek or on your lips or whatever, I still contour. I just love to contour. I'd never contoured before, so I guess, I don't know, making up for lost time, right? Okay, so again, I'm feathering it up. Might be a little bit lighter in the front. Maybe you want to feather that up just a little bit more. Okay, if you get it too low, don't worry about it. Just come in here with one of your brushes and just sweep it off. Beauty of creams, you can move them. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with this wild color, Dahlia. All right, with what I have on my eyes, I thought, you know, Dahlia's really super pretty. It is a satin. Our lip and cheek come in different color or different finishes. They're either satin, semi-gloss, or gloss. So if you order, make sure you pay attention to that. These are all the new ones, I think, are semi-gloss. I don't think any of them are, these are all gloss, not semi-gloss. They just come in different finishes. I prefer satin on my cheeks. You can use semi-gloss or gloss. It just takes, for longevity, you may need to powder over top of it, because with gloss is gloss. It's a little bit tackier than a satin. Well, it's a lot more tackier than a satin. I mean, a satin is just not tacky. All right, so all of these are highly pigmented. Our eyeshadows are highly pigmented, and our lip and cheeks are very pigmented. So I'm gonna come in one dab, you see? and I'm going to start, tuck my bra strap in. I'm gonna start up here, and I'm up high, and I'm gonna come over here. I'm not even gonna do another tap. Isn't that pretty? Again, I'm not gonna come in any further than the corner of my eye. And just keep tapping. I don't sweep, okay? I don't sweep. I tap. If I sweep, I lose it. If I sweep my contour, I lose it. So I'm gonna take the contour and the blush. We're just getting married right now. I'm gonna put, look at, guys, this is all I'm doing. I'm gonna have to wipe a little bit off. This is what I'm doing. Okay, see this? Literally. Almost all of them, even though this one is very, like more of a bold color, that's all I do, tap. And you can mix. I could take this and mix it with another color, take a tap of one, and then a tap of another, and mix them. So, yeah, can't go wrong. So the only time that I do sweep is when I marry the two, okay? When I marry the contour and marry the blush. Wow, I like it. She's so pretty. Okay, so if you're used to doing the ball of your apples, the apples of your cheeks, okay? Remember how we used to be taught? Like this? And then you go back? Well, look what just happened. You got your blush too low. Don't do that. Just don't do it. It's easy as that. Okay. That one might have just a, that's when I tapped again for you guys. It might be a little bit dark, but that's okay. And the reason I get mine sometimes a little more intense than others is because I'll powder over top of it and that'll cool it all down. All right, brightening. I'm gonna take the smaller end of this detail brush. Again, these are double-ended. They're amazing brushes anyway, but the fact that you get two ends, two brushes for one, again, carrying less. So I'm gonna go into my brightener, and where I brighten is here. I go from here down along my nose. Oh, I didn't contour, sorry. Hello, contour. I said I would contour everything, didn't I? Contour my forehead. Here's my 3. I guess I only did the inside of the 3. I'm gonna push it up into my hairline. This is when you can cover your grays, ladies. Cover it, come down here, and then I already did there, and then I kind of just usually take whatever's on my brush and I go below my chin. Below. Make sure you're below, not on here, you're below. Sweep it, and then just take it down. Make sure you take it down. I might take a little bit up on that jowl right there. I hate that word. Loathe that word. Okay, brightener. Again, I brighten here. This is where you're gonna make these eyes pop, okay? Brighten here, and you're brightening up the center of your face. It just is a game changer. Between the contouring and the brightening, now that I do, I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of brightener right there. So you see that? Okay, and now I'm gonna come down, and I'm just gonna sweep down what I have on there. All right, I'm stopping. Now I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna take a little bit of brightener and clean up my eyeshadow. And then I'm just gonna marry the two together, and I'm staying below where I'm wrinkled. Okay, again, here and here. All right, go over here. Brightener there. I got a little bit too much, but that's okay. We'll smear it around. Clean up my eyeshadow. And then I'm just gonna marry the two together. I'm staying below any wrinkled areas, out of any wrinkled areas. Honestly, this is where I could sometimes, if I got my blush a little high, but I just take what's left on my brush. Very, very, very gently, doing all the things. Go down the center of your nose. I don't wanna draw attention to the end of my nose, because the end of my nose, I'm a little bit bigger. My nose is a little bit bigger, so I don't go all the way to the end. I don't illuminate the end like some people can. I just don't, because I can't. All right, so there, I've just done all the things. Brightened. Now I think I'm going to use my Perfector sponge and then I'm gonna powder. So this Perfector sponge, this is a troubleshooting thing too. If you feel like you're looking a little textured, you're looking a little cakey, you got it on too heavy, blush is a little too heavy, whatever, this is damp. I took it to the sink and I see how nothing is dripping out, okay? Then I took a towel, this is a dirty towel from makeup, squeezed it out, and it's sat here the whole time I'm talking. Or I could have used it maybe right away, but I'm gonna press. This is an amazing game changer. It'll take off any excess. This is gentle. See how I'm just, you can turn it if you feel like, oh, I have areas that are too much. Like I have acne scarring on my chin. That's an area that sometimes it just looks cakey. So I'm just really careful. So see how there's just a little tiny bit on there? Now I'm gonna illuminate this. You know, I'm gonna use a different illuminator. I always use that illuminator, so I'm gonna use a different one. This one is Honey. It has some lip stuff in it. I always use the perfume. The perfume has rose gold illuminator. It's just a fave, but I use cream. We have powders and creams. I use the creams, and the reason I use the creams is there's less shimmer to them. So I'm gonna take a little bit on here and I'm gonna tap it on the highest point of my cheek on both sides. I like using the perfume because I'm illuminated and I can smell it all day long. I don't put any on the end of my nose. I do a little bit here on my Cupid's bow, a little bit here. Here is where you can put a little bit right there at the top, or you can use a shimmer eyeshadow. You could even put a little here. I used eyeshadow, but shimmer, brightness, shimmer, and here, what's it gonna help everyone focus on? The eyes, right? There you go. Okay, I think we've pretty much troubleshot everything. I get a lot of questions about my lip color. Things, and you're gonna ask me about my lip color? It's legit. I get it. Okay, so I've been playing around with some other like some Maybelline colors, and I'm really liking them, honestly. But I have some colors of ours, they're glosses, that I love. So I'm gonna contour my lips. I would say that I contour them probably half the time, but I'm gonna show you how I do it. Anyway, I'm gonna use this multitasker brush and I'm gonna use the flat end, and I'm using Indigo, okay? I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go, I am just under my lip here, and here I'm gonna go on it. I stop right here. And the reason is, if I put it any darkness here, it makes that frowny face look frownier. Who wants that? Okay, so now I am literally just like on the top of my, hard to do with just looking at a phone, so I'm looking in a mirror. Again, I stopped. I don't have any out here. Down. Does that help you see? All right, so I'm literally right on the outside of my lip and a little bit on it. I like to soften up the line with my finger. Again, do you see, like, I didn't line that, but see how it looks like I did? It's just not, it does not help me at all. And a lot of times I'll just soften this. You can also take like one of your brushes like that and get it. So, all right. The contour, what's nice about it is if the lip color comes off, you have this. All right, so I can either use Black Cherry, which she be amazing, or I can use one of our new colors, which are also really amazing. I think I'm going to use a mixture. Yeah, let's just use black cherry. I just love it. Black cherry is right here. See how you can see that they're glosses? They're shiny. These are satin. Those are really not it. See how those are satin and they don't shine? So if we call them lip and cheek, if you like a matte finish, you're gonna like our satin on your lip. But if you like a little bit of a glow or a shimmer, or what do I want to say? A glossy look, gloss, duh, would be, you're gonna want the gloss. So this is black cherry. And I just use my finger. I take this, travels with me. I have another one in my purse. These are all the ones that I like to use on my lips. So, okay, I make sure this is cleaned off. Then I take that illuminator, the same one that I did on my cheeks, which is Honey, put a little bit on, and I tap it here, and I tap it here. You can also use your brightener. And it just makes it look like a real finished, fun, pretty look. So I make sure that's cleaned out. All right, there we go. If you have any questions, if there's anything that I can help you with, please leave me a comment and I'll do that. If you like this, like and subscribe, share me, do all the things, reach out to me, let me color match you, whatever you want. And I would love to do that for you. All right, see you guys.